Here we go then, team. The final part to episode 6 of 6, Norway at War, Mission Afghanistan. Check out the original video in the description. As always, go and check out our coffee over on our website and check out some of our merchandise as well. And please like, share and subscribe. I hugely appreciate it. But let's get into it.
Vi var jo I Galbala I august, og den gangen så ble vi stoppet av Taliban, vi ble beskutt, og vi valgte å avbryte. Nå kommer vi tilbake med en mye mer robust styrke. Jeg tror at det vil gå greit å komme seg inn til Galbala. Vi skal få linjeministrene ut for å sette seg ned med lokalbefolkningen og diskutere hvordan denne veien skal bygges, hvem kan sørge for sikkerhet, og det samme med den helseklinikken.
So, where is the Brigade XO?
He's here, but we don't know where.
Okay, so I will try to link up with him and follow him from now. Is he there? Is that the guy? Hey. Salam alaikum.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Morning.
Good morning, Rune.
Salam alaikum.
Salam. Morning.
Okay. Now we have been coordinating. So my advice for you now is that the ANA can start their approach towards Baghdisi and secure Baghdisi. And I will link up with my command post and follow you.
Yeah,
We are waiting for you now. Let's go.
So as you can see, they've obviously learnt from previous experience, as you always should. Just because it doesn't work the first time doesn't mean you just completely give up. They went in, didn't go in with enough guys, the force wasn't big enough, so they're taking a lot more personnel in this time, put around a bigger security, and then hopefully that's going to deter the Taliban from engaging, which it more likely should. Obviously before the Taliban fought, smaller force, we can at least sort of not neutralise them, but suppress them in a way to just disrupt and get them moving back, which is what they did this time. Hopefully with the forces in, the Taliban may approach, get eyes on and have a look, but will be sort of too scared to engage.
Baghdisi jo den siste usbekske landsbyen som vi har kjørt gjennom. Og nå kjører vi altså ut fra det usbekske området inn I det pashtunske området. Og her ser vi at forholdene endrer seg. Det mye mer fattigdom, og du ser at folk sliter mer I de områdene her.
مگر ما اردوی ملیشتیم از جزئی از این دولت هستیم به خاطر خدمت شما آمدیم ما این فرم که پوشیدیم امیدری شیره که پوشیدیم به خاطر خدمت شما پوشیدیم سر دولت حق دارین که سرک برتان جور کنه شفاخانه برتان جور کنه مکتب برتان جور کنه مثل ممالک دنیا ما هم زندگی خوب باید داشته باشیم
یه نفر که مریض شو از همینجا به دست به پای هستیم کدام مهماتی تو چیزا و ماشین نداره که در المار برسانیم و رامی مورا
Here he goes, his phone again.
Hello. Bale. Bale, salam alaikum. Hello. Hello.
So it's most probably something you'd wait and just answer at the end. You call them back.
Hello.
Det som han har sagt til lokalbefolkningen her nå jo at han har lovt dem masse ting som jeg vet han ikke kan levere, og jeg vet ikke vil bli levert av hverken hjelpeorganisasjoner eller NATO.
هر چیزی که دارین سر حکومت دارین سر طالب دارین سر هر کس دارین امی که تو برای ما بزنین ما براتون چیز بگیم
Vi må også forventningene og heller spille ballen litt over til de lokale. Hva kan du bidra med for å skape en framtid for deg selv og for din landsby?
The infant mortality in this village. How many children are dying every year?
Over 100.
Per year?
100.
Oh, that's many.
بسیار میزه اگر شما وری یکی چی بکدالی کل تباه میشود.
You know, the production is a lot because there are a lot. They make a lot of kids, so that's why they die.
3 wives?
3 wives.
And how many kids do you have? 30?
دیگهش مرده بگو 3 دانه مانده.
3 wives, 30 kids. And that is how they live over there. Completely different to us.
With the big shura, when will it be and where will it be held?
اگر از میمنه کسی بیایم باید رسیدگی کده بکنه که بسیار وقت بریم بازوها رسیدگی کده.
And you and I should not promise too much development. That should be promised by the authority.
ما کوشش میکنه چیزی با سازی را برای طریق حساب برای شما هم یک منظوری بگیریم.
Wait. No. Well, the PRT cannot take part in construction and building.
ده با سازی باید حساب بگیریم.
We don't. I don't have facility. I don't have any equipment. The construction part will be done by the Afghans.
Once again, as we've said in all of the previous videos, this is where the sticking point is. This is where the confusion is. This is where promises are made that can't be kept. Is so much was heavily relied on NATO, ISAF forces, foreign aid. They wanted everything to be done. Yes, we did come in and we did promise them things maybe at first. You don't know what was said, or maybe they've just, because at first we were so heavily involved, towards the end it was just nature to them. It was just like they're going to come in and they're going to build everything. The whole point was obviously go in, get Afghan security force set up, and then they start. Yes, they get aid and incense some money, but then they start building things themselves, constructing things themselves, and they become self-sustainable. Once again, this is constantly lost in translation. Every meeting they have, it's, can you give us this? You're going to do this. You're going to build this. And he has to fight back because he just doesn't have the facilities to be able to do that. The other thing you notice as well, Afghan in the winter is a lot colder. Before they were all wearing t-shirts. As you can see now, they're all cutting around in fleeces and neck scarves and to keep themselves warm. So it does get cold, really cold in the winter in Afghan.
Salam alaikum.
You are our guest.
Tashakkur.
You know Kabir Khan?
I know Kabir Khan.
These are all his friends, relatives, coming from this village, the elders.
با شروع صحبت بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم با اجازه کماندان پیارتی و ولسوال صاحب و رئیس صاحبی اردو و کماندان صاحب امنیه اول به نمایندگی مردم غلبله تشریف آوری شما را غلبله
رئیس سیاتامی
I think it's important to get the representatives from the provincial authorities into your village to let them know and learn about your challenges.
این جزامی گروپای پیارتی که اکثرش هم ادامی نروی میشد با دو تا موتر سفید و بدون سلام در همین منطقه می آمد در او سراداتی که ما و شما با قدرت زیاد رفتن نمیتونه اونا اونجا شوار سپری میکن از طرف همین دوستای خارجی در مردم وعده داده شده در طول 7-8 سال که حکومت کرده در میان آمده
اینا میگه همین وعده کده اینا خب بیخی ما مردم بیخی چشمبرا ساخت میگن ما میگه بیخی خسته شدیم 9 سال میشه که دولت کرزی آمده 2 سال میشه طالب برآمده
Right now there are too many decisions that are being made in Kabul and almost no real decisions are being made at the provincial level.
رئیس معرف و رئیس پایدامه میگه با ما امنیتی روان میکنین یا پس بریم
علی خودش یه هزار نیرو به پیش رویش نمیه آیا دیگه وقتی کجا میه خو ما امنیت شما به گردن گرفتیم ما تضمین کردیم
I have to say this local leader is getting a few good points across. Okay, And sometimes it does take listening. You know, they're saying the politicians won't come in now, but look how much security is out. They've gone in a lot heavier than they did last time. So obviously it doesn't give much reassurance and confidence to the locals.
I will not leave. I will wait until if there will be a new meeting with the ministers. Will the line ministers come? Jeg er svært skuffa nå over at linjeministrene fra Farab ikke er han som ansvarlig for veiutbygging og sånn. Han burde absolutt vært her nå. Why do they do this? Jeg tror han planlegger hardt nå. Kverne opp i høyene. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Arafat Day.
Ah,
Tomorrow?
tomorrow?
Yeah,
We didn't
tomorrow
know that.
Do this operation after each celebration.
I need some interpretation.
Arafat?
Yes, it's Arafat Day's holiday tomorrow.
And why haven't they been able to tell us that? You have arranged everything with the ANA and ANP. So you should be as unpolite you can be in the Afghan way in order to understand that I'm pissed now. Yes. I think the best thing is to head back.
Once again, just pretty much another wasted day. Yeah, they got some good information from the locals, the local leader, about what's the situation going on the last few years, why they're frustrated, but they haven't been able to complete what they wanted to complete, which was getting the ministers in to speak to locals to get the roads sort of construction underway.
Jeg trodde det skulle være lettere å få afghanske myndigheter og afghanske sikkerhetsstyrker på å være med den strategien som man i fellesskap dro opp for et halvår siden. Jeg har hele tiden siden jeg kom hit prøvd å fortelle dem og motivere dem til å tenke helhetlig, lage en langsiktig sikkerhetsplan som også involverer utvikling og godt styresett. Men det har jeg altså ikke lykkes med her nede.
You could just see the pure frustration.
PRT-en med den militære komponenten her er jo egentlig ikke ressurssatt til å drive med politisk påvirkning sånn som dette her. Norge burde ha bidratt i mye større grad i forhold til å drive sivilt utviklingsarbeid i Farab.
Right now, what is prepared already is the tower. The tower is already prepared. They have built here a kind of dining room, a very small one, but that's already started.
Yes, it will be a open air concrete masonry built with a cover.
And the well is functioning, it's working well now, is it?
It's being diluted. If you've grown up with this in your system, you should be okay. But if you haven't, like us, we come from areas where we're not used to this type of water, it'll make us sick.
ما نظر ما است که مو کانتینرها به شکل اتاق رهایشی دموج ساخته شود.
Moody and the contractor will look into it and see if it's possible. But we don't change things totally.
Look at that for some food to cook.
The kitchen will be here. Yeah, but you have to eat in shift. And during the spring, summer and early autumn you can sit outside.
تابستان اینجا انا 20 نفر بودیم خیمه هم نداشتیم اما گرمی انا اونجا ما تیر کردیم تا زمستانه انا حالا زمستان است گازی بر زمستان است حالا نه کانتینر است نه پیرخانه است 2.5 ساعت اونجا 2 نفر استاد میشه 2 نفر پیردار است شب.
You don't need to sleep here. If you man some positions during the night and the day and have a rotation system, you don't need to stay and sleep here.
مشکل است شوق یک گروه نباید فاصله را زیاد است 1 کیلومتر است اینجا هر دقیقه دیگه پیره رفته آمده نمیتونن.
So that's why it will be.
Aren't your soldier in good shape? They need to be strong in their legs and they should take it as a daily training. In Norway, we have a border between Norway and Russia. And some of the guard positions are up on the high mountains. And they have to walk during daytime and nighttime and even when it's snowing. And that is far up north, very close to the North Pole.
De konstruerer jo en del problemer for seg selv når de ikke kan gå den 1,5 kilometeren her som de kunne gjort en 2-3 ganger I døgnet. It should not be a problem for you to walk from the combat outpost to this outpost every day.
He's got a point, but my question is how quick can the quick reaction force get there? Obviously, that's a security post. Obviously, to maintain eyes out, you've got a good view of the open area, which is good. So you've got to make sure you maintain eyes on. But obviously, if a large force of Taliban do come forward, you've got to jump on the radio and make sure that the quick reaction force can get there in time. So they should be able to walk there in the day, definitely on their rotations, but they need to make sure they've got vehicles ready just in case anything does happen, in my personal opinion. Obviously, I don't know 100% of how it works here. As you can see, big or large open ground, so you should see anyone coming across, but you've got to have that obviously in the back of your mind as well.
Og vi har klart å få grensepolitiet til å stå der hele perioden. Det har ikke vært enkelt.
Of course they don't.
Lastebilene kjørte inn I landsbyen og sto inn I landsbyen, så ble de engasjert av insurgents både nord, vest og øst fra 5 stillinger. Sivile inne I landsbyen var med og både raida og satte fyr på lastebilene.
No way, all 10.
3 av vognførerne på lastebilene ble tatt ut av kjøretøyene og regelrett henrettet på utsida av insurgentsene.
Why did they not have a bigger security around that?
Alt var klargjort der oppe nå for å få satt ting på plass. Så dette her setter jo egentlig evnen til grensepolitiet til å overleve I det området der over vinteren kraftig tilbake.
Doesn't help that the locals obviously were involved in the looting as well. That's what I mean. They're not helping themselves at times.
Taliban vil være her uansett. Vi klarer nok aldri å bekjempe Taliban. Det I hvert fall min spådom. Ergo så må man altså finne en politisk løsning der Taliban en del av den politiske løsningen I fremtiden.
Menneskerettigheter og kvinners rettigheter og sånn. Det er ikke noe vits å tenke tanken engang. Og det er en sånn smertelig erkjennelse, tror jeg, for mange. Men jeg tror ikke det er noen vei utenom.
Today, my command of PRT Marmane is history. It has been 6 challenging, but most of all interesting months. 6 months that I will remember for the rest of my life. The aim has been that the ANP and the ANA step by step should become able to independently maintain the security in this province. Unfortunately, we see that the insurgency gains strength in Faryab. I see that the funding is being used in a way that enforces the NGO's role in the province on the expense of the province authorities. That is a shame, as this province needs a strong leadership that is perceived as trustworthy by the local populace. The trust between the government and the population is what is needed to discredit and isolate the insurgency here in Faryab.
What I love about this commander is he speaks his mind. He tells them when he's annoyed, he tells them what he's thinking, and he don't take no shit. I think he's a really good commander, and I think he's very good at that. And you know, sticking up for what he believes in, sticking up for the mission, and not backing down. And he really cares.
Man kan jo stille spørsmål om ikke måten det er blitt gjort på har faktisk vært med på å fasilitere for opprøret, spesielt i de pashtunske områdene i denne provinsen. Av og til så føler jeg at virkelighetsoppfatningen hjemme ikke helt klarer å henge med, og så ha trekk på hvor anstrengt situasjonen er her i Faryab.
Dere har bidratt til å øke sikkerhet og trygghet, både for folk i Afghanistan og for oss her hjemme. Og for dette har dere min, regjeringens og hele det norske samfunnets dype respekt og anerkjennelse. Takk for det.
Om norske myndigheter er interessert i det beste for Afghanistan, det spørsmålet skal du stille tilbake i de norske myndigheter.
Absolute brilliant series that I think gave you an insight, obviously, of the guys on the front line, the guys doing the fighting. But the brilliant thing about this series, it gave you such a big insight and really opened your eyes to what the commanders are up to, what was going on with the ministers, the politicians, all the stuff that's going on in the background that a lot of people didn't see. And sometimes why the guys, you know, who are fatally killed, injured, or just were away from their families for long periods of time, and it does give you the reason of absolutely why, because the commanders, the locals, everyone just completely batting heads with each other, and nothing was getting done to really progress the security, the maintenance, the sustainability of Afghanistan, to really dispel the Taliban and make Afghanistan its own sort of country, without corruption and fairness and equality throughout. In a real world, the Taliban should become a political party, and they should go up against each other, say, every 4 years, and then you get voted in, and then obviously you have to then get your laws and rules brought in. Obviously they're always going to be an Islamic country, but obviously women's rights, girls wanting to go to school, driving, and other sorts of rights should be sort of brought in, but they're not. But the Taliban don't want to do that. They just want to take over, rule, control in their own way instead of doing it in a democracy way, as some countries out there don't do. But an absolutely brilliant series, another great episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Please comment below what your thoughts are and what you want to see next. Thank you.